a store tour. Who's telling you if they can or not? No one. It's
Jessica?
green. It's good. Punk man.
That's just because of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's your new vibe.
Or do a store tour YouTube.
It's a store tour.
Let's do a store tour YouTube. Welcome to Declan's Mining Co. retail store. We thought for a YouTube video, we would take you guys on a store tour.
It's a store tour.
It's a store tour.
We put so much work and love into the store that we're so excited to share it with you guys.
It is finished. There's just one thing that's unfinished. We're just going to ignore the unfinished part, and we'll do like a whole second wall tour when we get to the wall tour.
Then we'll do a wall tour.
We'll do a store tour, wall tour. Yeah. But come on in. Let's take a little walk around, and we'll show you all of our favorite parts of the store. The first thing that everyone notices when they come into the store is obviously this really amazing the floor that we had done. So this was done by Wicked Epoxy. They're a local epoxy company. It came out so incredible. It is such a talking point, and it actually has a little bit of a backstory to it. I decided that we were gonna do a silver swirl, so that was kind of neutral, but something that would really pop. And they prepped this floor right on the concrete slab that this was underneath. And we live in New England, and after they prepped it, the temperatures plummeted, you guys. So when they were laying this floor, we were freezing cold outside. The poor guy, he was literally the nicest guy ever. We came in and there were huge gas bubble air pockets. So he literally had to start all over from scratch. I felt so bad. But it was such an incredible experience with Wicked Epoxy. We will definitely put their information down below so that you guys can check them out and follow their socials. But it was like exceeded my expectations. It came out so stunning, and it is definitely the first thing that everyone notices. But I think one of the favorites of everybody in the store and all of our VIP followers is definitely the wall. This is what everybody has been waiting for, to be able to come and shop in person. I'll let Ashley tell you guys about that.
And this is the wall. We are so proud of this wall. If you've been a follower for a long time, you know the wall. We've been doing many lives, many bracelet sales, and we had to incorporate that into the store. So what we did is a buy 4, get 1 free. So you can come in here and create your own bracelet stack. Any vibe you're feeling, if it's a color story you're trying to tell, you can pick it out, and it's buy 4, get 1 free. And then over here, we have the cards that will tell you everything about the bracelet that you're choosing, what metaphysical properties it has, what it's good for, and all the vibes. And then when you check out, we package it up so nicely for you, put it in a nice box for you to take home.
Now, the store is not gigantic by any means, but something that I've been hearing is people think it's bigger than they thought it was going to be, which is really cool. This is definitely the center point of the store. We're going to get to that in a second. This is custom made. We cannot wait to tell you about the Build-A-Bucket experience that's in store. But come over here first, because this is something I'm super duper proud of. This is almost like the history of Declan's Mining Co. These are all of the stickers that we've ever had on a bucket. And Ash, if you come in here and we start in this top corner, that is the very first sticker that we ever created. I remember this. It was a 2x2 sticker. It was on a blue bucket, and we literally had this printed at Staples, you guys. It was like a paper sticker. So like one little drop of water, it would literally just completely rub off of the bucket. But you guys still loved it. I love seeing the old videos of that specific bucket, because there was literally, I think, like 12 items in the entire gallon. And we were like thinking it was the coolest thing. And now the bucket has like so much more in it. But this section right here that you see, these cool tables, this is gonna be where the birthday parties are had. We're excited to host our first ones. They're coming up soon. You guys can book. We'll put the link below in Ashley's email so that you can book a party if you wanna come in. We start them at 12 kids up to 16. But here's our tables where all the kids will have so much fun, and we're gonna do rock painting, bracelet making, some rock identification, and they're even ADA compliant. So if someone is in a wheelchair, they can comfortably sit at the table as well, which is something that we wanted to do, to be super important to have everyone be all inclusive. But this is where they'll eat pizza and just have all the fun memories. And I think having all the stickers on the wall just makes it really aesthetic to where you can have some cool content that you post on our social media.
And now let's go over to the sluice, which is, I have to say, the one thing that we kind of built the store around. We got this years ago, and it was always the dream to have it in a store, and to finally have it here is so exciting. It's a full-on working sluice. We used to bring this to events. We used to load it up in the truck, bring it to events where kids would be able to mine, and they had so much fun. And I believe that's when the vision finally started. It was like, we have to get this into a store. We have to have it so people can come visit us and mine their buckets or just mine for some crystals. So if you come into the store, we have these little bags for you guys where you can pour it into the sifter here, take it on down, and then unearth some really cool crystals. It just gives you a little sneak peek of what to expect if you purchase a bucket, if you have a birthday party here. And this is just definitely a fan favorite of when people come to visit us, just to see what they can find.
Speaking of what you unearth in a bucket, this was something that we were trying to come up with. I'm like, how are we going to show people what's in the bucket without kids making a mess out of it? Because let's be honest, you have to think about these things. And I was like, imagine if we could like lay out the bucket and somehow glue it all together so that it just didn't get ruined. And that is exactly what we did. So I had a vision, and this is really cool. The people that surround me can always make these visions come to life. And I was like, Jess took this, she took the sand, she took the rocks, and she literally epoxied these so that it doesn't budge. So now when you come into the store, you can see everything that's displayed in all of our buckets. We have all of our core buckets available in retail. Like you can see, we have the mixed bucket over here, and all of the fan favorites like the Dino Digs, we have the bucket, the box of geodes, we have our subscription boxes, we have our rock painting kits. And as we go and listen to the feedback that you guys have, we will keep adding things to the store. We've already put our rock hound packs out. We're gonna be putting some little keychains and trinkets, because those are all the fun things that the kids like to play with. I wanna take you to one of my favorites. I know this is so weird, but it's the bathroom. I think it's so cute. Not too long ago, we added this neon yellow color to our brand book, and it quickly became my very favorite color. And when we were across the street at our old location, I bought a gallon of paint, and I was like, I'm gonna make the wall this neon color, and it just never came to fruition. So I've been sitting on this gallon of paint for like way too long, you guys, and I was like, that's it. We can use it in the bathroom. So come on in. It's a super fun, bright, vibrant bathroom. Say hi to Ashley in the mirror. And these are a couple more stickers. Here, I'll move to the side. A couple more stickers of our bucket stickers. And it's just like a fun bathroom. I was like, I don't know. Everything has to be aesthetic in my world, because when it came to creating a mining company, I wanted to put a modern spin on it, because whenever you think of mining, what do you think of? You think of dirt, you think of dirty, you think of like down in the mines. I wanted something to feel cleaner and more aesthetic. So it's even right down to the bathroom.
So this is our mural. It is a work in progress right now, because I would say about 2 weeks before opening, we had an epiphany. How cool would it be to have this wall fully painted, our logo on the garage door, and just have this beautiful piece of art. We found Jessica's cousin who does this, and he came, and it is almost done. It's still a work in progress, but look how cool it is. We have Sandy. We're gonna have all of our characters, so it can just take you along a journey as you're walking towards the checkout area. Make sure you come in soon, because there's going to be little fun things to find along the mural that surprises. Maybe you'll win a prize if you find them all. It's very exciting. And this is our checkout area, where we have some more products for sale. And then this is where we will be checking you out here. One thing I love to do here is we have a loyalty card. So for every 5-gallon buckets that you purchase, you will get $10 off your next purchase. And what we do is we keep it here for you. So you don't have to worry about losing it, because how many times are you getting loyalty cards? You get 3 punches, you're so close, and then it's lost. Well, we keep everything here for you. We have it sorted by your last name, so no fret on losing it. Another thing is we love to support local businesses, and our friend Marco, who is Marco the Pizza Man. He owns Mutt's Pizzeria here in Middleton, Massachusetts. So he supplies our pizzas for our birthday parties. And he also supplies us with cookies, swag. He's just become a best friend of us. So if you're ever in the area, you have to try Mutt's Pizzeria. The pizza is top-notch, phenomenal. And if you come and book a birthday party with us, you'll be getting Mutt's Pizzeria, which I would say is a bonus.
Ash, can you tell them how cool it is about the allergen friendly with Mutt's?
Oh my gosh. Well, so my son is allergic to eggs. So there's a lot of pizza places that we can't go to because they use an egg wash on the dough, egg in the dough, and Mutt's Pizzeria is fully allergy friendly. There's no egg in the dough, there's no nuts, and they also have a gluten-free option, which is huge.
I decided kind of last minute before our grand opening to add this tiny little table here, and I cannot believe how popular this has been. This is our just random kinetic sand table that we got. I got this on TikTok Shop and just got some kinetic sand from Walmart, and we were like, is this gonna be a disaster or is this gonna be kind of genius? And when we had our grand opening, I'm not kidding you, this was the busiest spot. And all I wanted to do was just provide something to entertain kids while their parents checked out. We have it right next to the checkout counter because what's the worst? Like making sure that your kids' hands aren't into everything and getting all messy or playing with the rocks or in the sluice. So I figure we can kind of centrally locate the kids here while mom or dad or their adult is checking out over there. So it's been really popular. Ashley was just telling me how some kid literally spent like an hour in the store, didn't even end up purchasing anything because they just wanted to play with the kinetic sand. So maybe a kinetic sand bucket is something we'll have in the future. Now let's talk about the Build-A-Bucket table. This is literally my dream come true table. I'm gonna let Ashley give you a tour of it and you'll understand why Ashley's touring this. But I just want to give a huge shout out to her hubby Manny and Lima Boy Customs who made this table for us. I had a vision and I said, this is what I want our table to look like because so many of our viral videos are all what's on the table and just showing you guys all the rocks that are on the table on the production side. And I wanted a table that was the same thing but usable for kids. So I'm not kidding you. We sat here one day with Manny and I was like, Manny, I want it to like look like this, and I'm thinking like this, and no paper involved, literally just words and a vision. Yep. And he was like, I got this. And for some reason, I was just like, yeah, you totally do. Like, no doubt about it. It's going to come out so excellent. So I'm going to actually give you guys a tour of our beautiful, custom-made, one-of-a-kind Build-A-Bucket table.
Manny worked so hard on building this, and it was honestly so fun to be able to watch him make it because every day I would go home and he would be working on it. I'd send Kelly pictures. And it is just so beautifully handcrafted. Kelly said she wanted a table where the buckets went inside of it, so it was all flat. And then the people can take their buckets and slide it around the table. That was the vision, and that was all the ask. So Manny, when he was building it, he's like, it has to go around. It has to be like cohesive. I was like, all right, cool, go ahead. And what you don't know is right here, is a piece of wood that he took. I watched him do this. He took a cardboard and just kind of did this with a pencil and then put it down so he knew the shape. Then he hand cut out a piece of wood, nailed it in here, and then got some type of not epoxy, but something to make it all flat. And this is what it comes out to. So what looks just like an edge of a table, put so much love and effort into it. It was really fun to watch. If you notice something, the sides of it here, it matches our sluice perfect, which he said, I can find that. We have to have it match so everything just looks so cohesive. And then he also said, there's going to be so much storage underneath here. You have to have like shelves or a door opening. And so what did he do? He made it so there is complete storage under here. You can store all the rocks that we need to stock the table. And then with the paint, he put such a nice paint. We're having visions, maybe putting epoxy on the part where you're going to put the buckets to match the floor. Because one thing about Kelly and Manny is they both have such crazy visions. And between Kelly's visions and Manny's talent to putting it all together, beautiful things happen. And one other thing that Kelly really wanted was when the table is done being in use for the birthday party, she wanted something to go over top of it. So we have this beautiful piece that just sits perfectly over top just this center aisle. So then in turn, it just looks like this beautiful centerpiece table.
That is the conclusion of our store tour.
That's the store tour.
It took us, so we moved in here, not the October that just passed, but the October before that. And we thought we were gonna have this up and running so much faster, but we're in a very small town and we ran into some red tape and construction went just a little bit over, but it was all worth the wait. I mean, there were so many meetings and like so many like, oh, moments, but it was totally worth it.
I can't believe we're finally here, you know?
Finally
standing
made
in
it.
a store that's open and running.
And people are coming into it, you
We
guys.
have customers, you guys.
What was your favorite part, worst part?
Oh my gosh, my favorite part, it's so weird to say this, but like the floor was so fun to watch because the walls came up and the structural came up, but it was like when the floor finally got put down, it's like, oh my God, this is an actual store. This is so real. And the floor is so cool looking and fun to just watch that it was really fun to just watch it become alive.
I agree. Worst part?
The floor.
It's so true. It's so true.
It's not only is it my favorite part, but coming in that day and seeing the bubbles everywhere, they had to redo it. They actually had to like sand it down. I think it was 2 or 3 times. They had to redo it so much because it was in the dead of winter. And seeing those bubbles, and I Googled it, what it meant before I called Kelly.
This
and
isn't good.
It was not good.
ChatGPT says no.
No. But it was so worth it.
And I gotta say, the guy who did it for us, I mean, when I tell you, he
Top
was
notch.
like, he did it with a smile. This is his favorite thing. He's like, this is my art. I will make sure it looks excellent for you.
And it did.
Yeah. For me, my favorite part, this is so random, but that teal color.
Yes.
It was such an unexpected thing that we added in. I was like, when we had to pick paint colors, I mean, we had a minute to pick these paint
I was
colors.
just going to say, make sure you tell them. We didn't have...
Yeah.
We had to pick these because like I need to let him, the guys at the store, I need to
Yeah.
let him know in like 2 minutes.
Like now. It was wild.
And we had this booklet, like I don't know, one of the booklets.
Yeah.
And she's like, something about this color. And I'm like,
I mean,
okay.
it's definitely one of my favorite colors for sure, this like beautiful
So
teal
pretty.
color. But it ended up just popping so well because I definitely wanted to do grays so that we could play with the color because we're such a colorful brand. And I was like, is it too bold going for something that's not in our brand book? Like this color didn't exist in our brand until the store. But now we're incorporating it in so many other things. And it's always been a favorite color of mine. So that was just a random favorite is the colors. You know, like we've really done well with our colors so that it feels like a kid brand, but like it doesn't feel so immature that it's like Build-A-Bear. For me, the worst part was just the frustration of the behind the scene things that my staff doesn't get to see. All the meetings and all the trips to the building department. And I have to take a minute to just give my husband like a major shout out.
Sean did a lot.
He project managed this whole entire thing from behind the scenes and he'll never get credit because everything he does is so unseen. But all the meetings, all the paperwork, you know, dealing with all the vendors and the builder and the landlord and the town. I mean, he had it way worse than we did. We had the creative vision and we got to play. My husband had to do all the hard work. Yeah, that was like, it was a lot. I had to live with this project, you guys, for a year. It was a lot. But we've made it. We're here. We can't wait to host you guys. Why don't you tell them when we're open?
We are open every weekday, Monday to Friday, 10 to 7, and weekends, 10 to 5.
Yep, and we're open for birthday parties to start booking now. We
Give
can
us a
make
call.
we can make a separate video talking about our packages and showing you
Yes.
what they look like. We have a couple friends that are coming in to do their birthday parties so that we can share a little bit more content with you guys. But we're pumped. It's something that we've been waiting to do. There isn't anything like this locally where you can come in and have a hands-on experience and just have a retail store. And you're meeting the staff that you guys see online all the time.
Every day in the videos.
Yeah.
Just this week, we've only been open 6 days.
Yep.
Tomorrow will be 1 week. We've already had 3 people drive 2+ hours just to come to the store.
Isn't
so
that
it's
nuts?
like, oh my gosh.
I know,
love
it's so cool. It just makes us feel so loved by you guys. But we'll put all of the details and all the information that you need in the caption, both for coming to visit us, our address, where we are, and for booking parties. We can't wait to see you guys. We hope that you come here to make content. It's super fun, bright, and aesthetic too, and to get your hands on what we think is the coolest product out there. Tag us. So, all right, you guys, see you later.
Bye.